Have you ever thought about becoming a millionaire? If your answer is yes, stop right there. Because most people who dream of having millions have no idea what a real millionaire actually is. Nor do they realize they're playing the wrong game from the very beginning. This video isn't for the faint of heart. It's for those who are ready to destroy every financial illusion they've ever believed in and rebuild from the ground up with strategy, discipline, and brutal clarity. No fluff, no tricks, only truth. And truth hurts. But sometimes pain is the only door to power. Now, to begin this journey, ask yourself one critical question. What is a millionaire? Do you truly understand the destination you're chasing, or are you sprinting blindly in the dark? What is a millionaire? Stripping away illusion, facing reality. Having $1 million house doesn't make you a millionaire, unless you've paid it off in full. Your true value isn't measured by your salary or the car you drive. It's defined by net worth. Total assets minus total liabilities. Many people look rich, live large, but are secretly drowning in debt. They're not wealthy, they're evaporating slowly. You don't need a big house, you need debt-free assets. That's the real definition. No one is truly free if their assets are owned by someone else. You are only rich when you own what you have, completely and outright. Liquid net worth, cash or near-cash assets is the real power. Whoever holds liquidity holds control. A vintage car worth $500 is worthless if you can't sell it. A painter can die broke beside $1 million painting. Wealth must be flexible, not locked up in items you can't use when needed. If you can't access it in a crisis, it's not an asset, it's an illusion. The truly wealthy don't just own things, they know how to move money instantly. When chaos hits, liquidity becomes the sword and shield of financial survival. No cash flow, no control. Building wealth doesn't start with making money. It starts with how you measure money. If you don't know your net worth and liquid assets, you're driving blind. No speedometer, no gas gauge, no brakes. Most people dreaming of wealth haven't even calculated where they stand today. You can't reach a destination you can't define. And if you don't know where you are, you'll never get where you want to go. Financial blindness is the silent killer of dreams. Want to be a millionaire? Then learn to measure what truly matters. Assets don't grow on trees. Give up the millionaire dream if you can't build them. You will never build wealth if you don't understand how assets are born. Assets are not salary, not bonuses, not lottery wins. Assets are the result of cash flow control and strategic value leverage. Those who earn a lot but spend it all are slaves in expensive suits. True wealth creators ask, what will this money do for me? Instead of, what can I buy with it? One lives off money, the other puts money to work. If you don't get this distinction, you're not on the path to wealth, you're stuck on a treadmill. To build assets, you must master 3 levers: increase income, reduce debt, and rotate capital. If you don't understand these fundamentals, no matter your job title, you're building your house on sand. A high salary is meaningless without investment. Money that doesn't grow is just delayed consumption. Dead money doesn't feed anyone. The rich don't brag about their paychecks. They focus on their returns. Wealth is never about how much you make. It's about what you do with it, how long you hold it, and whether it multiplies while you sleep. Most people think they're failing because they lack money. In truth, they're failing because they misuse money. Assets don't magically appear. They're the outcome of repeated smart decisions. And those decisions aren't glamorous. Saving, investing, saying no to junk, funding growth. No hacks, no luck, just discipline. Wealth is the reward of boring repetition done relentlessly. If you can't stomach that boredom, don't bother chasing the millionaire fantasy. You don't need more income, you need more wisdom. Anyone can earn, few can build. That's the dividing line between surviving and compounding. Ownership versus employment, the financial caste system. No matter how good you are at your job, you'll never become rich working for someone else. You're selling your time, the only non-renewable resource, in exchange for short-term security. Meanwhile, owners sell value, not time. Employment is the path to survival, not wealth. Nobody reaches the financial summit by optimizing their paycheck. The ones who win are those who build things others pay to use, even while they sleep. Freedom isn't earned by effort alone. It's owned by those who own assets. If you're renting your time, you're not even in the same league. Ownership thinking doesn't start with launching a business. It starts with how you see money flow. You don't need to be a CEO. You just need to control a machine that prints profit. That could be a rental property, a strong personal brand, or an automated business model. Ownership means creating value independent of your personal labor. The wealthy don't do everything themselves. They build systems so money works for them. They trade complexity for leverage. If your income stops when you do, you're not building wealth. You're trapped in a glorified paycheck prison. A business generating $150K in annual profit can be sold for $600K to $1 million with the right structure. What would you rather do? Work 20 years to save slowly, or build an asset and sell it in one move? Wealth doesn't reward effort. It rewards strategic positioning. Owners build equity. Employees rent life. This is not about working harder. It's about placing the right bet in the right game. Ownership is the only path that leads to real freedom. If you refuse to own, don't waste your breath dreaming of millions. Diversification is a trap for the fearful. Sounds familiar? Don't put all your eggs in one basket. This cliché is killing more dreams than bad luck ever could. Diversification is a mask for ignorance. It's what people do when they don't know what they're doing, so they spread everything thin, hoping something sticks. But nobody builds an empire by trying a little of everything. That's survival thinking. It's a defense strategy, not a wealth strategy. The real players go all in. They find one advantage and hammer it. Diversification is how the poor stay poor safely. Focus is how the rich get richer quickly. Here's the brutal truth. Diversification only works after you're already rich. When your portfolio is large, spreading risk is wise. But if you've got a few thousand to your name, splitting it across 5 industries is suicide. You don't need 7 income streams to start. You need one, strong, repeatable, and scalable. Anyone juggling multiple ventures while mastering none is burning energy with no payoff. Playing wide early means you never go deep enough to dominate. Depth wins. Breadth comes later. The unfocused never build wealth. They just look busy until the money runs dry. You can do 10 things at once, but you'll always lose to the one who does one thing with 100% intensity. If your energy is split into 10% efforts, you're no match for the laser who's all in. In an era of noise and distraction, focus is an endangered superpower. The winners in business and investing don't dabble, they commit. They dig until they hit gold, while others are still shopping for tools. Focus kills fear. Focus exposes frauds. Focus multiplies wealth. Diversification feels safe, but it's the long road to nowhere. Don't build tents if you want a castle. The speed trap. Everyone wants to get rich fast. But you can't build a 100-story skyscraper on a foundation made of sand. Sustainable wealth begins with structure. A solid product, a real team, and stable cash flow, non-negotiable. People who throw money at ads before they've built something worth buying are just inviting guests to an empty kitchen. The result? Wasted ad budgets and disappointed markets. You don't scale noise, you scale substance. If your foundation is weak, speed just takes you to collapse faster. Momentum is lethal when it amplifies the wrong direction. The mindset of real wealth is patience, not slowness, but strategic pacing. You don't need to go viral early. You need to be structurally sound so that when scale comes, you don't implode. Your first job isn't broadcasting, it's validating. Does your offer actually solve a real problem? If not, even the best ad in the world won't save you. Great marketing only accelerates exposure. If your product sucks, more eyeballs just mean more people leaving. A fast start without foundation is a rocket aimed at the ground. Your team is your infrastructure. Hiring quickly just to fill seats is how empires rot from the inside. You're building a legacy, not staffing a fast food joint. Take your time. Find people who align with your vision. Train them. Trust them. Build with them. One bad hire can fracture everything. If your team can't stand without you, your business isn't an asset, it's a ticking bomb. Want to sell your company one day for millions? Then treat your people like million-dollar components, not disposable labor. Every castle stands on the strength of its builders. Don't sell iPhone cases in the jungle. Selling to the wrong market is financial suicide. You can have the best product in the world, but if you sell it to the wrong people, you'll go broke. The silent killer of most startups isn't the product. It's misaligned market fit. What you think is brilliant means nothing if no one is willing to pay for it. Desire and purchasing power must exist together. Selling to people who don't need or can't afford your offer is business suicide. The wealthy don't ask, "What do I want to build?" They ask, "Who is starving for this, and how fast can I feed them?" The right market can save a mediocre product. The wrong market will destroy a masterpiece. A strong market doesn't just need your offer, it craves it, and more importantly, it can pay for it. That's the survival formula. Selling phone accessories? Don't go where no one owns a phone. Go where people upgrade devices yearly and obsess over customization. Find the hungry crowd, not just the crowded space. Good products don't sell themselves, they sell to the right people. Target wrong, and even excellence goes unnoticed. Find the wallet before you fine-tune the widget. Before you launch anything, hunt for desperation. Don't push your product into closed mouths. Find people lining up because they need relief, and be the only one holding the cure. That's not luck. That's market selection. Selling without market strategy isn't entrepreneurship, it's gambling. And gamblers always lose over time. Validate demand before you build. If there's no pain, there's no payment. Don't sell umbrellas in the desert. Sell them where the storm is coming, and make sure you're the only one standing with dry inventory. Market fit isn't a feature. It's a life or death decision. Radical simplicity. One product, one customer, one channel. Most entrepreneurs fail because they try to do too much, too soon. They launch multiple products, chase different audiences, and jump across platforms, only to master none. You don't need a wide catalog to get rich. You need one offer that solves one painful problem for one clearly defined customer. The market doesn't reward variety. It rewards clarity and precision. Simplicity isn't weakness, it's efficiency at its highest level. While others drown in complexity, the focused crush them with consistency. If your business can't scale one product profitably, adding more only scales your chaos. When you focus 100% on one ideal customer, you understand them better than they understand themselves. You know what keeps them up at night, what makes them insecure, what excites them. That insight lets you craft offers so personal they feel custom-made. You don't have to convince them. They see your solution and feel seen. And when customers feel understood, they don't just buy, they evangelize. They tell others. They do your marketing for you. The fastest way to exponential growth? Obsess over one avatar until they can't imagine life without your solution. Marketing is no different. Pick one channel and dominate it. Don't scatter yourself across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, hoping to be everywhere. That's how you become invisible. Master one. Refine your message. Build depth. If you're doing outreach, scale it. If you're creating content, double down. If you're running ads, squeeze every cent. One channel done right beats 5 done poorly. The winner isn't the one who shows up most, it's the one who converts best. The market respects specialists, not generalists. Simplicity multiplies power. Every move beyond your focus is a self-inflicted wound. Don't sell a product, sell an outcome they can't resist. Among hundreds of similar products, why do customers choose one? Not because it's the cheapest, not because it has the most features, but because they believe it will give them what they crave. People don't buy products, they buy imagined futures. The clearer, faster, and more emotionally resonant that future is, the easier they buy. You're not selling a fitness plan. You're selling confidence, attraction, a new identity. The product is a vehicle. The dream is the driver. Speak to what they want, not what you built. That's how you convert interest into obsession. An irresistible offer has 4 levers: dream outcome, perceived likelihood of success, time delay, effort and sacrifice. Raise the dream, boost their belief they'll get it. Shrink the time it takes, minimize the pain it costs. That's the equation. This isn't trickery, it's psychology. Don't just list features, paint a picture of the transformation. Make the result feel so close they can taste it. When done right, your offer doesn't get compared, it gets craved. They won't ask, how much? They'll ask, how fast can I start? Remember, people decide with emotion and justify with logic. Your job is to create urgency by showing how life gets better, easier, faster with your solution. They don't need a spec sheet, they need certainty. Certainty that you understand their pain. Certainty that this works. Certainty that now is the time. When your offer aligns perfectly with their desire and minimizes resistance, they stop thinking and start buying. You're not selling a thing, you're offering a way out. And if your way out is clear, fast, and real, price becomes irrelevant. The sale becomes inevitable. Sales isn't a skill, it's survival. Let's face it, the world doesn't reward the best product, it rewards the best communicator. Brilliant people go broke every day because they stay silent. Sales isn't manipulation, it's service with intention. If you truly believe in your offer but can't sell it, you're not noble. You're selfish. You're withholding a solution someone desperately needs. The refusal to sell is the refusal to lead. The marketplace doesn't care about your fear. It rewards those who step up, speak up, and close. You don't need to be slick. You need to be convicted. That's what sells. The founder should always be the first salesperson. Not to save money, but because no one understands the problem, the customer, and the vision better. You can't outsource belief. You can't fake clarity. Every pitch is a test. Every conversation is data. Selling is how you refine your message, understand objections, and shape your offer into a weapon. Founders who avoid sales delay their evolution. You don't build a business and then sell it. You sell it first, and in the process, you discover what the business must become. Sales isn't a stage. It's the crucible. Want to sell better? Use a script. Not to sound robotic, but to avoid sounding clueless. A great script doesn't restrict you. It frees you from rambling and forces structure. You guide the conversation. You control momentum. And when it's built on conviction, it becomes unstoppable. The best salespeople don't manipulate. They inspire action. They don't pressure. They clarify. They lead with belief so strong, it becomes contagious. That's why selling isn't about closing deals. It's about transferring certainty. If you don't believe in your offer so much it hurts not to share it, don't expect anyone to buy. Millionaires don't just make money. They keep it, grow it, and enjoy it with precision. Making money is easy. Keeping it, that's war. Anyone can hit a lucky streak, sell a company, flip a house, strike gold in crypto. But without a system for allocation and protection, money evaporates. The rich don't dump profits into impulse purchases or blind expansion. They divide it. Some for themselves, some for growth, some for defense. Personal finance is not emotion, it's structure. If you can't manage 10K, don't fantasize about $10. The difference between rich and broke isn't income, it's architecture. The broke build towers with no foundation. The rich lay concrete before glory. Your goal isn't to make $1 million once, it's to build a system that prints it repeatedly. That requires rules. The rule of 100, focus on volume-based inputs, not vague outcomes. Compounding, protect principal, let interest do the work. Reward structures, withdraw enough to stay motivated, not enough to kill the engine. Real millionaires don't wait to get rich before enjoying life. They extract wisely, consistently. They optimize lifestyle around cash flow, not net worth. Because it's not the size of your bank account that matters, it's how often it replenishes itself. Making money is the beginner's game. Keeping it without fear, that's wisdom. Growing it without addiction, that's mastery. Enjoying it without losing discipline, that's power. Wealth isn't about flexing, it's about sovereignty. When you're no longer ruled by money, but you command it with calm, quiet precision, you've won. The real millionaire is part strategist, part monk, part machine. He doesn't scream wealth, he moves like it. The goal isn't to chase riches, it's to become the kind of person for whom wealth is inevitable. Not once, not by accident, but by design, over and over again. Getting rich was never an accident. It's a game of strategy, discipline, and brutal clarity. If you're still vague about assets, scattering your focus, afraid to sell, unable to measure your true worth, or still playing the diversify to feel safe game, you don't need another tip. You need a wake-up call. Millionaires aren't born. They're forged through ruthless decisions, radical focus, and the ability to stand calm inside chaos. The question isn't whether you can become a millionaire. The question is, how much longer will you keep living small, pretending you're playing big?